All right, welcome back to Getting Sober. Again, my name is Jay, and today we are doing another edition of our Sober Weekend live stream. Today happens to be Sunday, but if you're watching this in the future on any other day besides Sunday, it's okay. It is going to be a jam-packed episode for you. Today's topic is going to be the top signs of a functioning alcoholic, and we're going to go over 40 signs of functional alcoholism. And take note at home if you're watching along, either if you're watching this in the future and this episode's already over, or if you're watching live, grab a pen and some paper and take some notes, and we're going to keep track of how many of the signs that line up for you. Probably going to be a lot. I know it's a lot for me. It was kind of shocking. So as you see in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the little timer down there in the bottom corner of the screen. That's going to tell you when we're going to be getting live or getting started with the live stream. So if you're watching live, we're going to be starting in 8 minutes and 55 seconds. But if you are watching in the future and you didn't catch the live stream, you could just fast forward about 8 minutes and 45 seconds. All right. So grab yourself a nice non-alcoholic beverage, grab yourself some snacks, and we will be back. If you have any questions, we'll start off the live stream as always with a nice little meet and greet for about half an hour or so, and I'll say hi to everybody and read off any questions or comments or concerns that you have, and we'll go from there. All right. So again, this is Jay from Getting Sober. Again, make sure that you're subscribed if you haven't subscribed yet, and make sure your notification bell is turned to all, so that you get all of the notifications, especially when we're going live. All right, I know that there's probably people right now who just got their notifications. And also too, if you are supporting us, if you are supporting our sobriety mission here to help other people with alcohol and addiction, if you're supporting us on Patreon, you are getting all of our alerts, because Patreon is the only official way to absolutely 100% guarantee that you're going to get the notifications from us when we post that we are going live, okay? And that link is patreon.com/getting sober. Again, all one word. All right, I'm going to put the lovely screen back up for us, and we'll be back in about 7 minutes and 40 seconds. All right, see you soon. Oh, also too, looks like we have a nice handful of people here so far. If you wouldn't mind, please giving this video a thumbs up, giving it a like, and that way, hopefully YouTube will show it to more people and attract more people just like yourself that want to get sober, stay sober, and be sober. All right. Thank you for that 5th like. I just saw another one pop up on the screen. Another one. Another one. Hello, Morgan. Hello, Veganese. Hello, King Shano. Hello to Melissa. And is it Lily or Lily? And Cat Mom and Sam, the moderator, are both here. Remember, keep it clean, everybody. All right, I'm turning my microphone off. What am I going to be doing in the background? right, we're gonna be getting started in 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to Getting Sober. Again, my name is Jay, and I am joined as always. Well, not as always, but I'm joined by Sam, the moderator. Say hello, Sam.
Hello.
All right, welcome to everybody that's here for another edition of our Sober Weekend live stream. Today happens to be Sunday, but if you're watching on any other day, it doesn't matter because there's gonna be lots of information. Today's gonna be fun. Quick question: we're gonna need something from every one of you. You're gonna have to go and grab yourself a pen or pencil, some sort of marking device, and some paper, because we're gonna keep track of all of the points today of the 40 signs of a high-functioning alcoholic. I changed it to 40 signs because I was writing all day, well, earlier today. So the thumbnail says top signs, but there's actually 40 of them. So we're gonna list off the 40 signs today, and we're gonna see how many of them that you relate to. Hopefully none, but I'm guessing it's gonna be quite a bunch. So I'm getting set up here with my phone so I can see what's going on out of the corner of my eye, so bear with me. How's everybody doing? Comment below. If it's your first time in a live stream with us here, say it's my first time. How's everybody's weekend been so far? What did everybody do? Anybody do anything fun? I'm almost ready. Here we go. All right, cool. Now I got this. And thank you for all the likes so far. I appreciate all that, all the support. And that's something that, you know, I really love about this channel, about this community. I think a lot of you also relate to the kindness and the overwhelming support that we have here at Getting Sober Again. And also, too, side note, you don't always have to say the ... I always just say the ... part, kind of anecdotally. But if you want to just say Getting Sober Again, technically it's Getting Sober Again. So it's all good, whatever you want to say. And then don't forget, too, if you are one of our Patreon subscribers, if you have your Getting Sober Again mug, we will be doing a cheers at some point today. So make sure you have those handy. And let's get to the comments. We're going to do a meet and greet here for about 30 minutes. So let me put that on the screen here for us so we know what's going on. And then we'll get started with saying hello to everybody. Meet and greet until, let's see, 7:30 p.m. You know what? Actually, no. All right, we'll do that next time. There we go. All right. Now that that's up and set up, we got a lot more people in here. Hello to everybody. Everybody that's just joining us, please give this video a like. If you like what we're doing here, if you like and support our mission here of trying to help people get sober and stay sober from alcohol and whatever addictions that you may have. Maybe it's just shoes, who knows? But if you support our mission, you can easily give this video a thumbs up and support us that way. And then also, too, make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. Make sure you have your notifications set to all, you know, the standard stuff that all YouTubers say. You don't have to do any of that. You can do whatever you want. It's just a suggestion. And then also, too, if you feel like, and if you would like to, and if you have the means to make a donation to our mission of helping people get sober and stay sober, hit the little dollar sign next to the little chat window. And then also, too, I always tell people, make sure you change your screen name. At some point, you don't have to. But consider changing your screen name from your real name, your real full name, to maybe, you know, some sort of nickname or moniker. And then also, too, it will always, if you change your name today, it'll retroactively change all of your name in all of the previous live streams. And be patient with me if I can't remember your names, especially if you're changing your names. And especially if your name is nothing close to what your screen name was, all right? All right, let's say hello to everybody that's here. I already did like a brief hello, but let me start from the top. So again, hello to Sam, the moderator. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Hello to King Shano. Hello to Cat Mom. Hello to Lily. Again, I don't know if it's Lily or Lily. Hello to Melissa Shutt. Melissa says, happy Sunday, everyone. That's a positivity that we like here. You know, and I say, like, we're practicing, you know, positivity. Maybe you're a sunshine and rainbows type of person. I'm not exactly that type of person. I wish that I was more so. And I definitely try to be that person while I'm here on the live streams. But, you know, life feels maybe different than you experience it. And then also, too, you know, the way people's perceptions of us also may be different. So we're all practicing. We're practicing being a better version of ourselves. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do here with this channel, is to help you be a better version of yourself and try to live your best life. And it happens to be with the avenue of alcohol and addiction and being free of of those things if that's what you want to do, right? If you feel like maybe your life is out of balance in a certain way with alcohol and addiction to whatever it might be, then you picked the right place, I hope. All right, and then hello to Veganase. Veganase says a lot of people are high-functioning dope heads or pill poppers. Doesn't matter if they came from Dr. Thier, all chemical substances that great cause harm. Okay. I think maybe that was a little bit, a couple of typos and a couple of mumbling on my part. Hello to Morgan Alexander. Have you been here before? I feel like I recognize your name, sort of. Hello to Jack Rabbit Vegas. Says, hello. Hi, everyone. First time attending. Hey, how's it going? Recently started my sobriety journey, ... Again, I'm very excited to use this channel and this community. Yeah, you go from using drugs, maybe alcohol and drugs, to using this channel, whatever it is. Oh, be mindful, that we're using, and also too, you could still end up getting out of balance with trying to go too hard with living a healthy lifestyle, and you could also burn out on that. So try to find a better balance. Make sure that you're giving yourself, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're getting the rest that you need. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do, and especially in the beginning stages where Jack Rabbit is right now. It's important to listen to your body. You're going through a detox phase, a heavy detox phase. You may not start seeing the withdrawal effects of alcohol for 6 hours. It could be 6 hours after you quit, or it could be 72 hours after you quit. And then also too, it could be a week before it starts to really sink in, where your body might start feeling it's going to be a little weird. Your body was used to constantly having poison or chemicals in it, or maybe a couple things if you're drinking and smoking. Maybe if you're drinking and then smoking cigarettes, and maybe if you're smoking pot, or if you're doing other things, it's going to take your body a little while to get used to not having these different chemicals. So be patient. That's part of the 3 P's that we talk about here with getting sober again, the 3 P's of sobriety. The first P is preparation. So that's going to be really important for you, Jack Rabbit, and anybody that's in their beginning stages. Make sure that you're preparing properly for sobriety. And then the second P is practice. We're practicing sobriety, okay? And how many times do you practice anything one time and you get it right? Never, right? Whether it be you're practicing to give a speech in front of the whole company, or if you're practicing a 3rd grade recital when you're a little kid, or you're practicing sobriety, it takes practice. And you're going to mess up your lines in the 3rd grade, right? You're going to probably want to write your draft of the speech that you're supposed to give in front of your whole company. And, whether it's trying to learn how to drive a car, or ride a bike, or get sober, it takes practice. There's going to be detours. There's going to be unforeseen circumstances. There's going to be some negative things that are going to happen in your life that you weren't expecting. Like me, almost every time I try to do one of these live streams for you guys, something goes wrong, right, Sam? Yep. And I was being a real pouty baby right before this, because I'm like, I when you come to these live streams, I'm always like battling something. I'm battling the live stream or the connection or whatever. And then today I reset my computer so I wouldn't have any of those issues. And then Google kept trying to pop up like the login. It was like trying to tell me that I wasn't like, I don't know what it was doing, but like every 20 seconds, which made it impossible for me to type. And I had to reboot the whole computer again. That's why we started a few minutes late. And then try to snap myself out of my bad mood, my irritated mood with Google, to put on a happy face. But I'm happy. I was really tired today. It's been a long week. How about you all? Has it been a long week for everybody? Probably, especially too, for those of you that are brand new to sobriety. So Jack Rabbit and anybody else is brand new to sobriety. The best episodes, in my opinion, that we have, some of the best episodes, are obviously episode 31, which I'm sure you've all seen. That's the 20 benefits of quitting alcohol for 30 days. That's our most popular episode. And then episode 87, which is the 3 P's of sobriety, which I told you about: preparation, practice, and being patient with yourself while you're practicing, right? Just like you have to be patient. Think of it like a little kid. Think of like you're trying to coach your inner child. Very good point. So we're trying to coach our inner child to be sober, right? We're trying to prepare ourselves to let our inner child out, to let our inner child know that it's going to be safe, that we're not going to keep sabotaging ourselves, that we're not going to keep poisoning ourselves. So we have to be patient with ourselves. We have to be patient with that little person. If you're gonna teach a little kid how to ride a bike, or how to tie their shoes. You wouldn't say like, okay, it's loop, swoop, and pull. Got it. I told you it was loop, swoop, and pull. Start screaming at them, and then that, raises the cortisol in the little kid, and then they feel like crap, and then you feel like crap afterwards because you realize, they're just a little kid, they don't know any better. But are you being patient with yourself to that degree along your journey into sobriety? You're not going to get it right immediately. And a lot of people, what happens is they'll not get it right almost immediately after like a couple of days of sobriety, day 1, day 2, and then something will happen. Coworkers are going out, the FOMO sets in, or there's, it's a wonderful day, everybody's going to the beach, it happens to be a Sunday, and just people who you haven't seen in forever, just randomly the stars aligned, and then all of a sudden they're going to be in the same place at the same time, and that they're all going to be drinking, they're all going to be showing up with coolers and bottles of wine, whatever else, and like this, your favorite whiskey or tequila or whatever that you haven't had in a long time, the thing that the throwback drink that you've always had with Bob, or the sangria, that homemade sangria that Mary brings or whatever, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh man, I got the temptation, the Achilles heel for all of us, which is what? Free alcohol, right? When free alcohol shows up, we're just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to tell everybody I'm sober? Am I supposed to freak out? And then you worry, but then you're not thinking about the fact that the only person that knows that you're struggling is you. And so when we're in that mindset, we have to know that we're the only ones that knows that we're struggling. So you're the only one. The only one that knows that you're struggling is you. So it's a good time then also to practice your poker face, your sober poker face, right? So again, that's why I keep talking about the practice. Oh, let me get some of these flyaways out of here. All right. And thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 20 likes already. Thank you for the 25 to 30 of you or whatever that keeps popping in and out. And we'll be getting started with our topic here. Maybe I should do a little countdown timer. Let's see. Can I do that? Let's do 15 minutes. How about that? We'll do 15-minute timer. Let me refresh that. And then, yeah, there we go. Cool. There's a little countdown timer. How's everybody feel about that? Maybe that's, let's see. We could put topic starts in type of thing. Let me see if I could put that on the screen. Topic. There we go. Very good. All right. So hopefully that makes sense for everybody. I'm going to keep going on with today's comments so far. James Carmichael says, hi all. I'm giving up vaping tomorrow. There you go. So you're going to go to work tomorrow and you're not going to have your trusty tool of vaping. What were you vaping? Justin or James? James Carmichael. And then says, a week off the booze too. You might be interested, James, and whoever else is listening. Whoever is listening to my voice. We have episode number, let me see. It was about Monday, getting sober on a Monday. Let me see if I can find it. I'm looking through all my episodes here. Episode number 108. The link is going to be popping up at 7:17 in the chat transcript. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Bam. So that's getting sober on a Monday. Is the topic of that episode, which is hard. A lot of people tell, we say like, well, we get, it's kind of like, mentally it's sort of like, okay, we're getting married on Monday and let me just get it all out of my system this weekend. So you get it all out of your system this weekend, then you plow through booze, you try to clean out the refrigerator in your pantry with the last of the boxed wine and the last couple swigs of vodka or whatever you have. And you got a couple cigarettes left and you got your vaping products and you got the last, your dime bag of weed or whatever you have. I don't know. And then, so your plan is, I'll just get rid of the last of it so I don't have any more temptation. And then what's going to happen? Come Monday, you're going to have a bunch of cravings. And then you got to go to work. So you're going to you go from a really stress-free environment on Sunday and then go to a highly stressful situation on Monday, assuming you have a highly stressful maybe job or just your responsibilities are going to happen. You're going to have to think about banking again. You got to think about rent and the mortgage or whatever, especially it's the beginning of the month, right? What happens at the beginning of the month? We got to pay bills, Boring. We got to pay our mortgage. Boring. Card payments, car insurance. We got to go back to work on Monday. Boring. Super boring, right? And then we got to listen to what your coworkers did this weekend. And you got to let the boss and then your other boss and the supervisor and all this stuff. And the work keeps piling up. And then you're just like, oh man, I wish I had my vape pen or whatever. And you're just like, and then by the time you clock out from work, unless you're already thinking about what's going to happen, like what's going to happen after you clock out on Monday. What have you done every Monday, after you got off work? Maybe some of you just normally go to the grocery store or go to the gym or whatever. But after you get off work on Monday, what's the first thing that you want to do? Anybody want to take a wild guess? What's the first thing that you want to do on Monday? As soon as you clock out, get a drink, right? Or have a cigarette or hit your vape pen or whatever it is. You don't have to put your vices in there. Aggressively online shopping. But whatever it is, you're stressed out, and then one of your main coping mechanisms, especially for people here on this channel, was drinking. So be careful, with that. Just know ahead of time what's going to happen. Know that those things are going to happen, and know that everybody here had to go through a Monday trying to get sober, right? Had to go through their first weekend of being sober. Had to go through the first 3 days, 4 days, had to go through the first week of being sober, or the first 30 days of being sober. So we've all been there. And that's also the big part about this community is what I'm trying to do here is like let you know that I know how you're feeling. I went through those feelings too, right? I definitely binged in crazy directions. I think Lollapalooza, today's the last day of Lollapalooza. So if I wasn't doing this channel, I would have been coming down, leaving Lollapalooza. Right now it would be 6:20 in Chicago, and I would be watching I'd be getting ready to see the last headliner. I don't know who it is. And I would be a few sheets to the wind, to say the least, on at least one substance, but probably not one substance. So that's where I would be right now. But I chose different. I chose a different path, and I chose to be here and to hold myself accountable and to try new things and do new things and not fall victim to my own self-sabotage. And one of those methods of self-sabotage is saying, well, I've tried everything. But it's like, but did you, though? Did you really try everything? Or did you just try a couple of things that didn't seem to stick and didn't seem to work? And so for some of you, maybe the easiest thing the easiest thing you can do maybe is, grab a book on sobriety. And maybe you read the book, and then if you're still not committing to being sober, you're not going to get sober. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. Sobriety doesn't happen on accident. That's another great point, right? When was the last time you were just like, oh, you know what? I just happened to how about that? You know what? I was just thinking, it's been like 2 weeks since I've had a drink. When has that ever happened? Never. So like I said, sobriety doesn't happen on accident. We have to plan to be sober. We have to prepare to be sober, right? We have to implement the 3 P's of sobriety. We have to know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. We have to know when the curveballs are going to come out of left field, out of right field, and sometimes smack us in the back of the head, right? And we have to know how we're going to deal and how we're going to deal. We have to know that we're going to have to sit with some feelings. When your tire goes flat and you have to call a tow truck, and you were already late to begin with, and then maybe you find some relief in the fact that you were way late for work, and then now you have an excuse for being late for work. How many have been there? Comment below. All right, so let's get caught back up with whoever said what else. Oh, Oliver's here. Hello, Oliver Lathe. Good to see you, as always. James said, thanks. Being sober and nicotine-free is my goal for the rest of the year. All right, we're already more than halfway through the year, so you picked the better half of the year to try to get sober and be off nicotine. And he says, James also says, I know I can do it. We all can. That's right, but it really just comes down to you just really deciding, And it's really about momentum. I think a lot of us are momentum people, right? We don't like to have to start and generate all of our momentum from scratch. Like, think about if you worked in an office environment and you had a stack of papers on your desk that was this high. You come back on Monday morning and you're just like, oh my God. And like the whole weekend they're just stacking stuff up on your desk. You're just like, you'd probably be full of anxiety. You'd probably want to take a stress nap, right? You'd probably want to have a shot. You'd probably will put a little bit of Bailey's in your coffee, right? Or whatever you do to cope. When it's stress smoke outside, or hit your vape pen in the bathroom. And but just know, like, you're gonna have to sit with some of those feelings. You're gonna have to sit with all of the feelings, the good ones and the bad ones, and all of the feelings in between. And that's another opportunity to do what? The second P, practice. You get to practice sitting with those feelings, the ones that we avoided for so long, by just slapping that easy button. Craig's here. Craig says, hey, everyone. Sadie J's here. Let's see, who else? And Chuck is here. Chuck just started uploading videos to his YouTube channel, and I watched the whole thing earlier, and he gave me plenty, I think 22 shout outs in his video. Thank you for that. I listened to the whole thing. And Sam watched some of it too. We were talking about it. Thank you, Chuck, for mentioning our channel on your sobriety topic. That was really awesome of you. I really appreciate it. Marta D is also here, another one of our top supporters. I really appreciate you. And let's see, who else? Oh, also too, if anybody wants to address me directly, just write my name in all caps. So write the @ symbol like this. I'm putting it in at 724. So just write @J. And we just got our first donation to today's live stream. I think it's from Land of the Free and Home of the Brave, because I recognize that logo, or I recognize that icon. It is. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you for donating to our mission here at Getting Sober Again. It's not just you're not just donating to the channel, you're donating to help this mission be successful so that we can reach our goal of helping to save 10,000 people from alcohol and addiction. I know it's quite a lofty goal, and maybe some of you just scoffed. I hope not. Keep it to yourself. And I know it makes me a little bit nervous too. It's a highly ambitious goal. And there are definitely some days with this channel where I think we're definitely going to do it. There's nothing's going to get in our way. And then some days I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes the universe isn't the things aren't working out for us in our favor. But it's all about persistence. That might be another P for the 3B. It'll be 4 P's of sobriety. And if anybody knows me, they know that I'm persistent. And sometimes it drives me crazy because you have to just keep going forward, right? Ivan Essence is here. John Trailer is here. Hello. I don't recognize that name. Did you change your name, or is that just your name and you're new here? Let's see. Lucy Luce is here. Hello, Lucy Luce. Did you get your notification today? All right. 17 Jason P says yo 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 all. Meet and greet's gonna end in about 5 minutes, and we're gonna get started directly with the topic. And remember, it's an interactive topic today. Make sure you have pen and paper. Don't just use your phone, because it's going to be really hard to go back and forth between your note-taking apps. So grab yourself some old-fashioned paper. It's made from trees. And make sure you get yourself some sort of writing utensil. Make sure that mine works. Boop, boop. All right, cool. Maybe Sam also sees a notepad over there and a pen. Holla. All right, cool. I want everybody to comment and say, I have my pen and paper. Say something like that. I have my pen and paper. I have my writing utensils, whatever it is. I want to make sure, I want to see how many people are participating. Because I want you all, it's going to be very interesting when we go over all these points, how many of them you relate to, and there's 40 of them. We're going to try to end promptly tonight at 9 o'clock. I know some of you we're having too good of a time. Last time we set all kinds of records. We set the record for most likes. So for those of you that are brand new who just jumped into the live stream, pretty please consider giving this video a thumbs up. If you're watching in your live on your mobile devices, you can X out of the live chat temporarily. Go to your main screen. You can give this video a thumbs up. Don't be the second person to give this video a thumbs down, but whatever. If that makes you feel better, whatever. I'm still going to do my best anyway. And then when you're done, you can hit the live chat button and come back to live chat. Isn't that cool? Look at that. What just happened? Ivan Essence. What a blessing you are. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We set a record last time for the most donations to our mission. We set like 120. It's crazy. And we had like 50, what was it, 55 or something, like 60. Did we get to 60 likes last time? It was crazy. I thank you. I thank you for the love and support. And you know that I care. And so many of you have commented back to, and I give you guys hearts and thumbs up. I read all of your messages. I don't have an intern for that. Sam doesn't do any of that. It's me. So whenever you get a heart back, it's me probably laying in bed reading your comments, or maybe I'm reading your comments at a stoplight or whatever. But I want you guys to know that I care. And I think that you know that I care by now. And if you don't, I care. So there. All right, moving on. That's why we do the meet and greets too. Like, I want to take my time. You're taking your time to be here, and I want to show you that I care. Like, I care. I genuinely care. I can't read all of your comments, but I at least want to say hello to you, and I'll read some of your comments. and hopefully we'll learn something too. I've only got 2 minutes left. What happened? Lucy Luce has crayons. Where did you get crayons from? You have grandkids? Or do you do those adult coloring books? Remember when those were like super popular? Like, it was like 10 years ago. Everybody I knew had adult coloring books, and I was like, you guys are all, I don't know, whatever. I'll get there. Marta D already said hello to you. I'm not saying hi again, Marta D. Just kidding. I'll say hello. Hi, Marta D. How's it going, Marta D? I miss you, Marta D. I was thinking about you, Marta D. Uh-oh, hold on. I just got buried. James said I don't actually vape at work. I vape when I get back home and chill. Oh, cool. It's sitting home and moping around. We just got another donation. Jennifer Blocker! What is going on? I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And I always like to verify, too, because I want to try to have as much transparency as possible. Everything that happens with the donations and the Patreon money all goes to just this channel, okay? It doesn't go to me, it doesn't go to my bills, it doesn't go to my cat, even though he's 21 pounds and eats a lot of tuna. It doesn't go to any of that. It goes to this channel. And we've only to date used, I bought the website domain name last week, and I bought website hosting. So far that's all I bought. Everything else that I bought for this channel, I bought out of my own money. And I kind of crossed it with my photography and videography business. So that's that. But most of you already know that. Okay, Land of the Free, Home of the Brave said it's going good. How are you? I've been struggling with intense hunger all day. Me too. And last night, oh wait, hold on. And all day and night, but last night I slept really well. Me too. Oh, well, sorry, I slept last night too, or really well last night too. But we're running out of time. I gotta say hello to everybody. All right, hello to Craig. Hello to Deborah. Also too, it reminds me. One of you just reminded me. If you are drinking currently, I admire that you want to get sober and stay sober and be sober. But pretty please don't talk about drinking or using while you're here in the live chat and live stream. We have moderators to make sure that you're not talking about that. We'll put you in timeout if we have to. And then if we have to go further than that, we have to remove you from the chat and maybe even block you from the channel. Because we want to make sure that we're protecting this environment from temptation, right? Let me take the timer off the screen, because we're not going to get started that quickly. But we will. We'll get there. All right, I'm going to plow through the rest of the hellos. Sorry if I missed some comments. Whitebread said, I'm a 51-year-old man working a night shift. My vice is a nap. Good luck to everybody. How many people here, their vice is a nap? Me. You could say vice is nap. Did we get any comments? Has everybody got their pen and paper? Get your pen and paper. All right, good. This is going to be I'm really looking forward to this. Chuck said, thank you for mentioning my channel. You're welcome. All right, we got about almost 40 people. I see almost 40 people, and I see, oh, good, they get another like. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. YouTube will say, cool, we're doing something good over here. And then they'll start showing it to more people, and then we can have more friends instead of just a few of us. Who wants to see some new people in the live stream? Canadian girl, where are you from? Biff Bifford's here again. Jennifer Blocker, I'm officially saying hello to you now, even though you give that massive donation. Thank you so much. It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy to me because it's all still new. Like, I wasn't even thinking about. I was just, if you're new to this channel, so what happened with this, I'll give you a brief rundown, a super brief rundown. I started this channel as a way to be accountable for my own actions and provide transparency for my sober journey. I thought that maybe only 50 people might show up, maybe 100 people at the most. I didn't know that we would be to date, we're at like 6,500 subscribers. I didn't know that people would even consider donating anything to this channel. And then people started saying like, hey, why don't you start a Patreon? And I was like, I don't know, I don't really feel comfortable asking people to support us financially or whatever. I just want to just do this thing and make videos. And then so I did it, and then people started supporting that way. And then I started doing the live streams, and then all of you guys are now like super like supporting. And I'm trying to curb like what I'm gonna say because I kind of want to cry, but I really, really appreciate you guys doing all this and supporting this mission, because it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot. It drains me, and I love doing it. And I pray every day that I'm doing the right thing, and that I keep my energy levels high, and I'm getting the right amount of rest, and that I'm creating engaging content for you, because I know what it feels like to be lost. I know what it feels like to maybe pre-dial 911 because you don't know what's going to happen next. I've been through all of the range of emotions, and I can't say that I know exactly what you're going through in your life. I can't say that I'm a 51-year-old man. I can't say that I'm a mother of anybody. I just know that I'm me, and I know that we, regardless of your Democrat, Republican, if you're an American guy or Canadian girl, that we all have something in common, which is we want to be our best self. We want to live our best life, and we want to get rid of this crutch of alcohol. We want to get rid of this poison out of our life. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. My mom thanks you. Sam thanks you, right, Sam?
Yeah.
And my cat thanks you. He's not here, so maybe he won't be saying thank you, but he thanks you. So thank you all. I really appreciate you all for all of your support. For all of your comments too, that really helps. Like the thing I can't stress enough. You know, I always talk in the episodes. I talk about like, please comment below. The thing about the commenting below is, in the last episode was you never know who you're gonna inspire with your sobriety. And part of what I'm talking about, or part of what I was talking about in that episode, let me grab the link for you if you haven't watched our last episode, not live stream, but episode, which comes out on Wednesdays now. We just decided there's episode 117. I just put it in the chat at 7:34 p.m. It's, you never know who you're gonna inspire with your sobriety. And when I talk about that, please go back and watch some old episodes. I don't care about the views. I want you to go into the old videos because they're timeless episodes. They're made to be watched whenever. If you're interested in the topic, watch the episode, but look for people in the comments section and comment on their comments. You might see people that like 2 months ago said, I'm gonna get sober, and then you never hear from them again. So if we're all providing accountability, if we're all holding each other accountable, if we're all being patient with each other, if we're all being kind to one another, if we're all genuinely trying to care, if we're all genuinely caring about everybody's, our collective sobriety journeys, and you're commenting on the other videos, not only will it help those people, but you never know who's just watching the episode and they're afraid to comment because maybe they're in the military and they don't see any comments from anybody in the military. Or maybe because they're a single mother of 6 and they don't think that they look at me and they're like, well, he's not a mother of 6. Like, he doesn't know what it's like to be a mother of 6, but maybe you are a mother of 8 or a mother of 4, or you're just a mother. And maybe you're a single mother, or maybe you're from a broken home or whatever. Your comments are power. I can't stress that enough. I'm going to say it again. Your comments are power. And your comments are powerful, and your comments are going to enable somebody to find their strength and to find their courage. So pretty please, while you're here in the chat, forget about your anonymity and all that stuff for a second, because you can go back and change your name. You can change your name in YouTube and it'll retroactively change your name. So don't be scared if your full first name and last name is on there. You can change it, okay? Please, I need you to comment on these videos. I need you to comment here in the chat because you are going to inspire somebody. And also too, the first person that you're going to inspire is who? You. You are going to inspire yourself to do better. And that's what it's all about, because I can only reach so many people. I hope that you start a sober channel and you're so wildly successful that I'm just a shadow of your growth, and everything that you do, and that's amazing, and you have a global reach and a global audience. I hope that for you. I wish that for you, and I pray that for you, because ultimately I'm trying to make this world a better place. And the avenue that I'm choosing right now is with sobriety. And I hope that you appreciate that mission. And I appreciate all the work that you're also doing, because some of you are commenting, leaving hundreds of comments and congratulating people on their sobriety, and I couldn't be happier with that. So thank you all for all of that too. All right, I know I said I was going to plow through all your names. And I go off on these lovely tangents, right? It was a lovely tangent, right? Marquita Robinson, hello, kicking butts. And other bad habits. That would be, you should have a YouTube channel. Huh? Teresa P is who? Oh, cool. All right, who else is here? Already said hello to Land of the Free and Home of the Brave. We got more donations. This is insane. Thank you all. I love you all. This is record setting. Everything is just we're just breaking new records. We have the most followers right now that we've ever had, which it's like duh. But like, we're growing at insane rates. We're also now on the dark side of the algorithm. Now we're getting like shut out of views for some reason, but I am going to be unwavered in my determination because I love you all. And even for you who's watching this video 2 years after I record it, I was thinking about you 2 years previously. So welcome to this channel. Welcome to this community. And then let's see, who else did I miss? Anybody else? Did I miss anybody else? So many comments. Stenchfinger says, I've been drinking since 13, almost non-stop. I'm 24 now and having major issues quitting 6 to 12 beers a night. Well, you're in the right place. Stay tuned. Definitely make sure you have a pen and paper because I bet you're gonna tick off a bunch of these 40 signs. All right. And thank you all to all of you that are providing lovely support to all the other people here in the comment section, because I definitely can't. I can't message everybody back. In the beginning, when there was only 6 of us here, I could read your comments all day long. When it was just me and King Shano and Cat Mom and Chuck and Craig and Marta D. And we were just like, what do you want to talk about now? And I'm like, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I got some new socks today. All right, let's see. Matt Kelly said, do you think it's possible to quit every vice? I think it is. But I mean, that'd be a big discussion. We should talk about that. Remember, whenever we do our first get-together, our real get-together in real life, remind me of that question. Get it tattooed on your wrist, and then you don't have to do that. Maybe get a nice pendant or charm or something. And remember to ask me that question, because I want to sit down with you and talk about that in great detail. But I can't talk about all that right now. You can also email me at gettingsoberagain@gmail.com. And also, too, if you are one of our Patreon supporters, that's the only way to get the mug. So your first donation to Patreon actually buys the mug. You're buying it from Patreon. And then the rest of your donations go to supporting our mission. So that's that. But you get direct one-on-one contact with me on Patreon. And that's patreon.com/gettingsoberagain. I'm going to put that link into the live stream at 7:40 p.m. There it is. And then, all right, we're going to say hello to the last few people. Thank you to Sadie J for your donation. I appreciate you as well. As always, a very recent regular, Dre is here. Dre said, hey, I ran into your channel the other day. First time live. Good content, man. I appreciate you being here. Well, stay. You think the content's good. Wait till you see this live stream that I may never start. Because I care about you all so much, I'm trying to make sure that you all get a shout out. Because remember, I used to DJ, right? And I always remembered, like, one of my favorite things when you go to a club is when the DJ shouts you out, right? And most of you don't even know what that feels like because you don't know the DJ. But I knew when I was a DJ, I would shout. When my friends would take the time out of their day to come and pay, because I was on like ticketed events, when they'd come to see me play, I would shout them out. It was like the least that I could do. And how do you think that makes people feel? Amazing. And how do you think it feels to be shouted out, Dre? I imagine it feels amazing that I'm taking the time to say hello to you. Your first time here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for spending part of your life with us. All right. Thank you, Craig, for making a donation. Craig has made so many donations. It's insane. Thank you, Chuck, for making a donation. I want to play drums with you someday, Chuck. I used to have, what is your digital kit? I don't remember which one I had, but I had one. It's a digital kit, right? All right, did I get everybody? Who else did I miss? Oh, hold on. Oh, Low Rung Maslow, formerly Randy Williams. Our LRM seems to suit me. I like it. I don't know what it means, but I can't know everything. I don't even know everything about sobriety. Yes, Sam. Oh, I missed a donation. Oh, and you also made a donation. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Look at that. It's crazy. 42 minutes in, we've almost shattered another donation record to our mission here to help 10,000 people get sober and stay sober. So thank you very much for all of that, for everything that you're doing, okay? We are a team. We are a community. Nobody's above anybody. I just happen to be the host of this channel. If we could swap out sometimes, that'd be cool, but you're going to have to be really charming and have some charisma. You can have whatever hairstyle you want, but... All right, we are going to... It's kind of like, what, Jeopardy? Who's watching all the new Jeopardy episodes? I haven't watched any since Alex Trebek passed away. But I hear that Anderson Cooper did a good job, and they just had, who was it, LeVar Burton, and all kinds of people. That sounds really interesting. All right, we're going to get started with the topic. Let me take this text on the screen, or change the text on the screen. All right, everybody got your pens and your paper? Has everybody given a thumbs up to today's episode? We're going to be getting started here. I'm going to put the topic up. Signs of a high-functioning alcoholic. I'm going to capitalize alcoholic. No, I guess I'm not. There we go. Boom. All right, so that'll be a timestamp if you're watching in the future. It took us a little while to get started, but it's okay because it was for good cause. It was to say hello to all of our new and existing friends. Thank you to King Shano for your donation as well. I always appreciate you. And yeah, we'll have a drum circle. We'll have a drum circle, and then I'll talk to we'll talk to Matt Kelly about his question about giving up all vices, and I'll be like, I can't hear you while we're drumming. All right, here we go. Grab your pens and papers. Give this video a like if you want to. Make a donation if you want to. All right, so these are the signs of, so today's topic is the signs of a high-functioning alcoholic. I have 40 of them for us to go over, and we're going to keep track of, so it might be easiest to make just like little tick marks, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, hash 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there's 40 of them. You're probably going to, some of you are going to get all 40. All right, so the consequences of functional alcoholism is any form of alcohol abuse, even if it's, even in its stealthier forms, can become serious and have damaging effects on both physical and mental health. We all know that, right? In time, functioning alcoholism can develop into more severe forms of alcoholism, leading to problems such as liver damage, mental fogginess. I bet all of you felt that one, right? Mental fogginess and severe dependence. Functioning alcoholics can also still experience problems in other areas of life due to their alcohol use. Many alcoholics experience problems socially, financially, and can have a difficult time maintaining healthy relationships with loved ones as their drinking increases. Additional health problems and dangers that can occur with functioning alcoholism include depression, anxiety, malnutrition, difficulty sleeping. How many people agree with that one? Violent or aggressive behavior. How many of you agree with that one? Hopefully none of you are violent or aggressive. And then what about drinking while driving? Any of you do that? I'm sure all of you are angels. No, all of you have never done that, right? And also too could result in alcohol poisoning. Sure, we all know that. Maybe you just look at like a black, or maybe you just look at just vomiting as just a consequence of drinking too much, right? Or having to sacrifice an entire next day because of your hangover. Or as you get older, maybe your hangovers last 2 days or 3 days or 5 days. Today if you follow our community post, or if you ever get our community posts, this morning I posted comedian Theo Vaughn had, I forgot what his name was, but he had the CEO of Jimmy John's on his podcast many months ago. But as you know, Theo Vaughn, the comedian, has had his own struggles with alcohol and addiction, and was sober for a nice stint. And I think he recently maybe fell off the wagon, is maybe trying to get back. I'm not really sure what his story is. But he had the CEO of Jimmy John's on. So while Theo Vaughn had the host of Jimmy John's on, who is a billionaire, the topic of that podcast was happiness is hard work, right? And so I posted, the comment I made was, happiness is hard work. It's not having or giving up any one particular thing. It's perfecting a recipe for your particular life. And that's just my opinion, right? That's all subjective. But so with the owner of Jimmy John's, what he was talking about, I'm thinking it was Jimmy John's. It was talking about, he's a billionaire, but still he was basically drinking himself stupid every day because he wasn't happy. He didn't have real happiness. He didn't have real life stimulation. So he turned to artificial life stimulation. We talk about that a lot. So not having real life stimulation leads to artificial life stimulation or artificial substance stimulation. So you can grab that. It's a 5-minute, it's like maybe a 6-minute clip. You can go and check that out on your own time. But it's in my community tab. Okay. All right, so getting back on topic. Regardless of how mild or severe you may suspect a person's alcoholism is, it's worthwhile to seek a professional opinion. Most addiction specialists have a sharp eye when it comes to different signs of an alcoholic and will be able to recommend a course of treatment based on the person's needs. High-functioning alcoholism or alcohol use disorders in general. And again, alcohol use disorder is abbreviated as AUD, AUD, alcohol use disorder. So high functioning alcoholism can be hard to identify. Think about it. Other than the obvious signs that someone's an alcoholic, someone who's a functioning alcoholic is going to be craftier and stealthier than the average drunk. Was that you? That was me, right? There are certain behaviors that may indicate that someone has a problem with alcohol use. The diagnostic traits of an alcohol use disorder often overlap with behaviors displayed by a so-called functional alcoholic. All right. So behaviors that may indicate that someone has high functioning alcoholism is, get your pen, get your paper. All right. We're going to start keeping track. So these are the 40 points. There are 40 points listed. All I want you to do is keep track of your points. And at the end of it, we're going to tally them and everybody's going to comment and we're all going to see how we relate. Nobody's going to judge. This is a judge-free zone, right? This is a fun place for us to hang out, chat, to get to know each other, how we're doing, maybe who is in better shape than us or who is in worse shape than us, and teach each other and learn from each other, okay? Because just because we're all alive and just because we're all humans doesn't mean that we're all the same, right? We're definitely not the same. Even though we're just drinking alcohol, even that's not the same. How we metabolize it, how we react on it, all different. All right, grab your pens and paper. Behaviors that may indicate that someone is a high-functioning alcoholic. I'm going to put it on the screen so everybody knows what I'm talking about. There we go. Number 1, avoiding any critical input or feedback about your drinking patterns. So is anybody giving you any constructive criticism, or maybe they were just criticizing you about your drinking patterns or your drinking habits? Maybe they were suggesting maybe you can cut back, or maybe you're drinking a little too much, or maybe you shouldn't have that last drink before you drive home, right? So that was number 1. I'm going to maybe keep track of that one. So that's 1 for me. If you're keeping at home, you can keep track of my score. All right, number 2. Blacking out from alcohol consumption. How many of you blacked out from alcohol consumption? I talked to somebody recently, somebody that's in my family, that said that they never blacked out during alcohol consumption. And I was like, that's kind of scary, because I'm pretty sure I've seen you. I'm pretty sure I saw you dancing with the devil while you thought that you were not blacked out. I'm certain that you blacked out. So and again, we're not judging, we're not making fun of everybody, but the second sign of behaviors that may indicate that someone is high-functioning alcoholism or has high-functioning alcoholism is from blacking out. So basically, blacking out it's not this whole, you might think it has to be like this dramatized thing where it's like you blacked out, like, oh, I blacked out and I was unconscious for 24 hours. No, blacking out could just be any period of time, like where you really just don't remember. How many times did that happen to you, where somebody mentions to you the next day, like, oh yeah, remember when you were dancing with Carol over there at the wedding? You're just like, I danced with Carol at the wedding? No. What else happens? So it could be just something innocent. Like, you may think that just because you made it through the whole night, that you didn't throw up on anything, or you didn't punch anybody in the face, that you didn't black out, But if there's any gaps in time where you can't account for them, you blacked out. All right, so that's number 2. May or may not have done that one. All right, number 3, concealing how much alcohol is consumed, such as drinking before or after an event, sneaking alcohol when at an event where alcohol isn't served, drinking by yourself, or hiding alcohol around the house. That was a big loaded question. That should have been chopped up, but I didn't want to have more than 40. So I'm pretty sure that one of those points probably relates to you. I definitely have if you pre-gamed, if that was in your vernacular, if you're a pre-gamer, which was what, how many people are here right now? 40? So all 40 of you pre-gamed, right? Because it's the cheaper thing to do, right? You're gonna go to the bar across the street from the venue, and you're gonna drink at the bar because they don't have venue prices, right? Or you bring your flask, or you have those last couple of drinks right before you get in your car, because you're not technically drunk yet. You drink like 2 or 3 drinks, and then you get in your car, and then you drive, because then by the time it hits your system, then you won't be. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Maybe you've done that. Maybe you haven't done that. And maybe I've done that, or maybe I haven't done that. So that was 3. Okay, number 4. And again, these are behaviors that may indicate that someone has high functioning alcoholism. Number 4, continuing to drink, even if it has caused or worsened physical or mental problems. Is that speaking loud and clear to anybody? I know that people tell me that they drank, somebody was commenting that they drank and that their pancreas was like dissolving, was like blown apart, that their stomachs were draining. I hear all kinds of stories. People were like diagnosed with liver disease and still kept drinking. I know Sam has a family member that, very close family member to her. And this family member, I mean, I'm not going to put this person's business out there, but definitely has no business. And it's their business, so it's not my business also, too. But from an educated opinion, this person definitely could cut back from drinking and arguably should not drink at all, right? But this person continues to drink with worsened physical problems. And then also, too, with like the mental health. So that's number 4. So hold on a second. Okay. Who has all 4 so far? Nobody, just me? Okay. Number 5, denial. Denial of a drinking problem because of a lack of severe consequences, such as missing days or showing up late for school or work. So has anybody been in denial of their drinking problem, even though it caused you to be late for school or work? Or are you just missing days altogether? You ever just have a whole weekend just kind of blend together? Or you think it's like Wednesday and it's really Friday, and you're like, oh my God, it's Friday, and you're like, oh my God, it's Friday, woo! All right, so that was number 5. Okay. Number 6. So I guess everybody has a donut right now. Everybody has a 0, and I have 5. Okay. Hopefully nobody has 5. It's just me. All right, number 6 on the list of behaviors that may indicate that someone has high functioning alcoholism: not fitting a predetermined image of an alcoholic, such as being able to maintain a well-groomed appearance. How many people maybe they're all well-to-do and they've got the nice watch on, and they've got the crease, and they've got this and that and the doodads, and they've got the tie and everything fits and looks good, and they prefer a dry martini, right? They've got their club drink experiences, They drink things like vodka because it's the least smellable alcohol on the breath. Let's ask Google. What does it say about that? Is vodka the least noticeable on the breath? All right, it says alcohol doesn't... What? Uh-oh. I'm not getting a direct answer. Now you need to type it. If the quality of your life is directly impacted by the quality of the questions you ask. The first answer I got, I don't like. It says alcohol doesn't have any smell. Okay. Whatever. TheGuardian.com. Well, we didn't get that answer, but we'll try later. If somebody else gets that answer, if they're bored listening to me talk about this topic, I want to find out. But I thought I heard that somewhere, so that might be a myth. Maybe Sam the moderator will find it. Okay, we're moving on to number 7. Okay, hold on. Not fitting a predetermined image of an alcoholic. I don't know. What do you guys do? Do you guys think I look like an alcoholic? Somebody's gonna be like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I should put that one. Should I put that one for me? Do I fit? I don't think I look like an alcoholic. I don't know. I'm gonna put a mark. I'm gonna circle that. All right. So that was number 6. All right. Here comes number 7. Drinking a large amount of alcohol and not appearing intoxicated. So that was probably all of you, right? You probably all held your liquor. You probably all held your booze. Woo! What? The answer was vodka? Yeah, but after a certain amount of vodka, you could smell. But here's the thing: like, how come when you open up a bottle of vodka, how come it smells like nail polish remover? Huh? Am I the only one that thinks that vodka smells like nail polish remover? Okay. All right, so that was number 7, drinking a large amount of alcohol and not appearing intoxicated. Check. All right, I've got a perfect 7 for 7. What about y'all? All right, here comes number 8. Here comes a wild card. Let's see, you know, where are all my where's all my people that just didn't have any desire to commit to corporate America? Number 8 is drinking at lunchtime during work. How many of you drank? And we're laughing because, you know, stuff that we used to do. We're not advocating the behavior. It's not entertaining. But we learn from our choices. You know, we learn from our decisions, right? And for those of you, I see that there's 43 people here right now. If you haven't yet, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. You can temporarily hop out of your chat if you're watching on your mobile device. Hit the little X button right there. Bada boom. And then you can hit the like button right there. And then, what the heck? And then you can go back to the live chat right there. You can come on back. So that's how you do that if you're watching from your mobile device. Okay, I have a perfect 8 from 8 or 8 for 8. I used to not only work. Well, I worked in a restaurant a lot for a lot of years. Not only did I work on not only did I drink on my lunch break, but I would drink while I was working. During the worst part, right before I decided to start this channel in November of 2018, I was drinking as much as 10 shots of tequila on my work during my work shift. I was a little out of hand. And nobody seemed to notice, and if they did, they didn't care. Because I was a long-standing employee. Huh? Chinese fire drills. Anybody know what a Chinese fire drill is? It's when you leave your work. I think this is specific to the service industry. If you work in a restaurant, a Chinese fire drill is when you leave your work and you make sure your section is good, that everybody that you're waiting on they have everything that you need, and then you literally run to the next bar or restaurant, which is like hopefully next door. You run over there and you order a shot real quick or a beer or whatever, and you drink that and you close out, and then you run back to where you actually work, and then you keep doing your job. That's a Chinese fire drill. All right. Behaviors that may indicate that someone has high functioning alcoholism. Number 9. I have a perfect 8 for 8. I don't know about you. Well, I may have 7. I'm not sure. I don't know. The question was out. Do I look like an alcoholic? I don't know. Hopefully I don't. But it's subjective. It's a subjective question. All right, number 9. Here comes number 9. Drinking in situations that can be dangerous, such as before driving, operating heavy machinery, right? What's another one? Feeding the lions at the zoo. That'd be a dangerous situation. Before skydiving, before mountain climbing, right? What else? Before, what's the thing? When you jump off the cliff, when you go into jump into the water? What is that called?
Cliff diving.
Cliff diving. That's another one. You want to do that? So that's number 9. Drinking in situations that can be dangerous, such as driving or all the other mentions that I came up with. So that's 9. I definitely have that one. Silent drive's up to 7. Craig's at 8. Craig was at 8 before I got to 9. John Trailer said bungee jumping was bad for me. Oh, what? You went bungee jumping drunk? Base jumping? Free basing?
Climbing a 200-foot rusted water tower.
Yeah. If you're a roofer, drinking when you're a roofer, going up ladders. A friend of mine, cringeworthy story, a friend of mine, she just got back from Bosnia, but her father they just bought their dream house, cabin, really short story, give me 30 seconds. They just bought their dream house, cabin, wherever it was, I can't remember where it was. He was trying to prune a branch in a tree, climbed up a ladder, he's like in his 60s, fell out of the ladder, and broke like 7 bones, and was like in ICU. He wasn't drunk, but imagine if he was. All right. Sign number 10 of high functioning alcoholism: drinking as a reward for doing a good job. How many did that? All of you probably. You do a good job. You did a really good job cleaning out the garage, or you feel like, you know, you need a reward for you finally cleaned out your car, you finally got all those clothes off your bed, you finally remembered to go to the gym, all right? And then you went home and got drunk. That was number 10. Drinking as a reward for a good job. Okay, I got that one too. Bingo. All right, number 11, signs that you are a high-functioning alcoholic, or that you were. Signs of high-functioning alcoholism. Drinking to cope with stressful situations. I'm sure all of you got that one. That was like the star in the middle of the bingo board. Duh. All right, that was 11. Who here has 11? Just me? Uh-oh. No, I only have 10, right? Because I don't look like an alcoholic. Did anybody say I look like an alcoholic? All right, good. All right, good. So I only have 10. I only have 10 out of 11 then, right? Okay. Number 12. Although to drink excessively regularly, you rationalize drinking because you can go long periods without drinking it at all if you wanted to. How many times have you said that? I could quit if I wanted to, but I don't have a problem. So it's like, well, I mean, why do I need to drink? I need to stop drinking. I don't need to stop drinking. I don't have a problem. I pay my bills. I got a roof over my head. Kids are in school. Whatever. Work hard, play hard. You ever do that? Are you that guy? All right. So that one, number 12 was you rationalize drinking because you could go long periods without drinking at all if you wanted to. All right, number 3. Hold on, wait, I got that one. All right, for sure, I've said that. I say I have a drinking. I don't have a drinking problem. I have a drinking preference. That was me. I said that. That stupid line came out of my mouth. A lot of the stupid stuff you hear on this channel, that was me. A lot of the stupid stories, I did that. I just phrase it in a way that maybe it doesn't. I don't sound so. Also, there's statute of limitations. We got to be mindful of that. All right, number 13, experiencing cravings like a strong urge or need to drink in specific situations. You ever have that? You ever have a strong urge to drink in specific situations? Maybe somebody's just getting on your nerves. Coworker, boss, right? You just found out you had to go to work on Saturday. You found out your ex is going to be at the party. You're going to go on a date and you don't know what to do. You want to be a little intoxicated. So that was number 13. I got that one too. Woo woo. Hey, Kyle H. I see you. You weren't here earlier. Silent Drive. RCC Roads. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just trying to get caught up. I have my phone here. Don't leave. We have 47 people here right now? Wait, how many likes do we have? Do we have 40? We have 47 of you here and there's 44 likes. Can we get some more likes? You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But pretty please. And also, too, if you want to make a donation to our mission to help people choose their best lives by living a sober life, please make a donation by hitting the little $sign button. Okay, so that was number 13. Number 14 is feeling guilty or ashamed about being intoxicated. So did you ever feel guilty that you were intoxicated? Did you ever feel ashamed of it? Maybe it was an inappropriate time, maybe. Maybe it was at your kid's birthday party, and all he wanted to do was just turn 5, and you wanted to be drunk. Did that make you feel ashamed? I don't know. Do you feel guilty that you couldn't just, go to church without having your flask, right? Something like that. You couldn't just go visit your parents, have a nice wholesome time with your parents without getting drunk. What happened to the music? Where's the DJ? I'm never hiring this guy again. It's me. Just kidding. Sadie J said, I hate the smell of vodka. You and me both. Man, this comment section is popping off. I love it. All right, so did anybody feel guilty or ashamed about being intoxicated? I did. At times. Most of the time I didn't. Most of the time I was like, attention everyone, I'm drunk. That was me. All right. And I want you to be drunk too because misery loves company. Okay, number I just heard the replay in the background. Look at those teeth. Thank you for that toothpaste, by the way. Shout out to Sensodyne. My teeth have been bothering me. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Cat Mom. All right, number 15. Did I get that one? 40? Yeah, 40. All right, number 15 is feeling guilty or ashamed about the behaviors displayed while under the influence of alcohol. You know, I wondered, I don't know how like that whole like Girls Gone Wild thing went. Like if they had, I imagine they probably had like, you know, waivers. But I just imagine that after the booze let off, after they signed the contract, when they were all, remember Girls Gone Wild like 20 years ago, and like 1 o'clock in the morning, they had like the steel drums would be playing, and like Girls Gone Wild, like the beads and stuff, like bah! And then these young girls don't know any better, and they're all like flashing their frontal area. And then, you know, clearly you could see them too, like some of the videos you see, there's like, they're doing all that, and their like eyes are all half shut. And I imagine that after they signed the contract and then they went home, that on the flight home, somebody was probably like, you know, the best friend was like, oh man, I can't believe that we flashed Girls Gone Wild last night. And then there was just like, we did what? And then they saw the infomercial at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then all their dad's friends saw it, and then it was just like, oh my God. And then when that happens, you got to move completely out of state. You got to move out of state, and then you probably got to move out of the country. If that kind of stuff happens to you, forget about it. All right, so that was number 15 was feeling guilty or ashamed about the behaviors displayed while under the influence of alcohol. That puts me at 14 out of 15. All right, not bragging. Huh? I just said it. 15 was feeling guilty or ashamed about the behaviors displayed while under the influence of alcohol. That was 15. Are you confused?
Yeah, I thought you said that was 14.
That was 15. Feeling guilty or ashamed about being intoxicated was number 14. Friendly reminder for anybody who forgot what numbers we were on. And 15 was the one that I just said. Feeling ashamed. All right, 16 on the list of behaviors that may indicate signs of being a high-functioning alcoholic. Sign number 16 is feeling an overwhelming urge to finish drinks, even if they're somebody else's. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever, some of you are like, ew, no. Okay, watch. How many times have you been at a bar and you just saw a shot sitting there? And I bet the first thought that popped in your head was, whose shot is this? Followed by, is anybody going to drink this? Not even like, what is it? What is this? What's in that shot? Is there a roofie in this? You probably did one of these. Right, I looked around and you kind of looked at it. I remember there was a time where that happened to me. I saw a drink or two, and then so I did like the move where like I saw like, so let's pretend that this candle is a shot. I saw it sitting here, and I was just kind of like, I saw it, and then I kind of did like one of these, and then it had been like 10 minutes or so, and so I kind of just like did one of these, brought it a little bit closer to me, and then like a few minutes, 5 minutes later went by, and then I just kind of like did one of these and just put it right in front of me, and then it just kept getting closer and closer, and then I kind of like just casually gave it a smell, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's whiskey, and then by that point it's already been 15 minutes, and it was like boop, and then I did it, and then so there's that. Again, I'm not proud, I'm not bragging, but that's happened. Or you see like a perfectly good, you might be at the bar. This happened. I was playing pool last night, and the thought popped into my head because thoughts pop into my head, and this thing is just stuck to my finger. The thought popped in my head. Whose drink is that? It was like a rocks glass that looked like it was like a gin and tonic or something, and it was just sitting there unattended. And again, of course, what's our Achilles heel? Free alcohol, right? So you're just sitting there. I'm sitting there looking at it. It's pretty sweaty on the outside. The ice looks like it's kind of melted, but it's a perfectly good drink, right? So I'm just ad-libbing, but that was number 16. Feeling an overwhelming urge to finish drinks, even if there's somebody else's. Check. So I have officially 15 out of 16. That was number 16. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? All right. Uh-oh. Kyle H., you got an asterisk. All right, the new rule that we made up is if you get an asterisk, you have to donate $500. Just kidding. All right, let's see. Where are we at now? Number 17. Are you ready? Are you ready, Sam? Okay. Number 17 is handling responsibilities well at home, in school, and work, in spite of drinking. So you're one of those people that handles your business, and you work. All your home life still seems to be fine, and maybe you're in school. Maybe you still go to school. Maybe you're still getting your PhD or master's or your associate's degree, whatever. But you're still doing the darn thing, handling your responsibilities. You're working hard, playing hard, you're paying your bills. I ain't hurting nobody. Well, that's not exactly true, is it? Who you hurting? You're hurting you. And just because you feel like you're not hurting anybody, if you feel something doesn't mean it's true. No. If you believe something's true, does it make it true? No. If you think that something's true, does that make it true? No. So keep that stuff in mind too, because a lot of life is subjective, right? All right. Oh, hold on. That was 17? Yep, I got that one. All right, I got 16 out of 17. I see you, Lee Hale. I see you in here. Hello to Lee Hale. Definitely, if somebody relates to Lee Hale, I won't be able to get back to your comment right away, but definitely send him some love. I don't know if Lee is a man or a woman, but send Lee some love. Some ambiguous professional love. All right, so that was 17. Number 18, in the signs that you have high functioning alcoholism, or that you had it, right? Had it, is hiding alcohol consumption from coworkers, classmates, or family members. I got that one. That's pretty straightforward. I was mostly hiding it from my coworkers because I didn't want to get fired. All right. That's the song I just made up. I told you I'm really good at making jingles. If anybody wants to team up and go professional, any of you music creators out there want to hit the jingle game, I'm your guy. I can come up with 1 million a minute, or like 6, maybe 2, maybe like half of one solid jingle in a minute. I could probably come up with. That's a lot though. All right, number 19. Oh, so that was 18. Number 19 in the signs that you have, or signs of high functioning alcoholism, is justifying drinking as non-problematic if the alcohol is top shelf or if it's consumed at upscale events. Anybody got that one? You justified your drinking because you justified your drinking as non-problematic if the alcohol is top shelf or if it's consumed at upscale events, right? So some people may think that because you can afford the top shelf stuff, or because your shot is $20 or $30 or whatever, that that you're above other people. Just because your alcohol is above other alcohols doesn't mean that you're above other people. You just have more means to spend more money in the same amount of time as the rest of us, some of us were drinking well tequila because it does the same exact job. Okay, I just got into a fight with a rich person in my head in the past. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was number 19. I don't think that I ever did that one. So I don't have that one. So 19, I'm going to put a circle around because I didn't get that one. All right. Oh, I probably shouldn't be doing all that. Well, all right, whatever. My system's different. Okay, here comes number 19, or number 20. Number 20 of the signs of high-functioning alcoholism is lying to yourself and to others about how much you're drinking and or how strong your drinks are or aren't. So what that means is it's not about lying about the drinking, it's lying about like how strong or how weak your drinks are, right? So maybe when your significant other kind of go to the restroom, then you're like, give me a double right now. And I saw that a lot in the restaurants, like when the man or the woman would go to the restroom, then somebody would order, they would walk up to the bar like really quickly and try to slam a shot or two or whatever. And, they would order with me because I was the waiter or whatever. And then, so they would order and then they would say like, yeah, but make it a double this time. So there's that. Oh man, my phone battery. All right. So anybody get that one? lying about how much, or lying about how strong your drinks are or aren't. That was number 20. I don't think that I ever lied about that one, so I didn't get that one either. Hold on, what's the way I got? Hold on. That was 20. So I have 17 out of 20. My system's messed up. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 17. Okay. So I did not get number 20. Lee Hale said, I appreciate you all. I'm going to stick around. That's the spirit. And thank you to whoever has been of support to Lee in Lee's time of need, because you needed help too. I needed help. And I had to just kind of mostly do it by myself. And that's why I have episodes like, are you struggling with your sobriety in silence? Because I was kind of doing that, you know? It's kind of, because like, I think my friends, like a lot of my friends and people close to me, their opinion of me is that I'm going to be fine. And, you know, maybe that's your opinion of me too, you know, after seeing this channel, and maybe you see why they had that opinion of me. But still, regardless if you think that somebody's going to be fine, everybody's hurting a little bit inside, you know? Whether or not that they're handling their business, or they got a roof over their head, they got the newest boat, they got a motorcycle, they got 2 cars, they got a vacation home, whatever. Everybody, to some degree, is struggling and hurting inside. So make sure, after this, here, put a reminder in your phone right now, after I take a sip. Put a reminder in your phone. This would be a great timestamp. Check up on somebody after this episode. Send somebody a text message. See how they're doing. Send a couple of people. Just say, maybe just something, what would you say? Like, friend checkup or whatever. Just seeing how you're doing. Haven't heard from you in a little while. How's it going? How's life? What's on your mind? Anything. And yeah, just no, it's going to take a little bit. It's K-N-O-W. K-N-O-W, no. It's going to take a little bit out of your day. It's going to take a little bit of time out of your day to have to maybe respond to a field of you know, whatever they're going through. But is it worth it? Yeah. Because there were definitely times, I'm sure, when you were by yourself, or you felt like crying, or you did cry, or maybe you didn't come out of your bedroom for a few days, and you just wished that somebody would check on you. So here's your friendly reminder. After this episode, check on somebody. Cool? All right. Moving on to number 20. So if you were lying about how strong your drinks are or aren't, number 21 is bragging about how strong your drinks are. How many of you got that one? I got that one. I got a whole atom bomb and a bucket of chicken in this glass. Like, this is a triple IPA. It's 12% alcohol. Do that. All right, so that was number 21. I just got us around a Strong Islands. How about that? You were really that person? I was that person. And they never make it stronger. Sometimes I think the bartenders just make it weaker. So I would always preface, like back in those days, I would always preface like, hey, I'm a very heavy tipper. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna tip you first. Here's $5. Can you please make my drink strong? Because that's what and also too, now that you're not doing that with drinks, try it out. Try it out in other situations. In like normal situations where there's no alcohol. Just like slap somebody a $5. Slap them $5. When you show up to the hotel, when you make hotel reservations, walk up to the person at the customer service, and not if you made it on like Priceline or Travelocity or whatever. If you just made a normal reservation, when you go there, when you go to your hotel, go up there and take $5, take $10, whatever, take $20, and just be like, hey, I just want to let you know, just slide it across the counter. So I want to let you know you're doing a great job, and I'm a tipper. Do whatever you want with it. That's yours to keep. And then see if maybe you don't go from like the 4th floor to the 20th floor. Just see what happens. See what happens when you pre-tip the valet guy. Just saying. Just see what happens. I bet that none of the stuff from your middle console goes missing. Just saying. I also may or may not have been a valet. A $20 handshake goes a long way. Thank you, Marta D. Appreciate you. But you already know that, Marta D. You're my favorite. One of my favorites, Marta D. Oh, hold on. Did I get that one? I got that one. Bragging about how strong your drinks are. See, I should have just kept my original system. I think I got one. Hold on. So that was 21. I got 5, 10, 15. Oh, no. I only had 19. 18. Okay. All right. So I have 18 out of 21. That's where I'm at. It's not a contest. Okay, number 22. Number 22 on the signs that you may be a high-functioning alcoholic, or that maybe you were, is you order doubles. You order doubles, long pours, or you often ask the bartender to put a little more in the glass, or make it stronger, or can you put less ice in it, or can you put a little bit less Coke in it? Give me a little less of the mixer. Like, give me rum and Coke, but like light on the Coke, right? You ever do that? Were you that person? Me too. We just talked about that. So that's number 22. You asked for bigger, stronger, heavier pours. You asked the bartender for more alcohol. Also, too, if you were a home, if you were pouring your glasses of wine at home all the way to the top of the glass, you're like, one glass is one glass. If it fits, I'm drinking it. All right, number 23 on the list of signs that you are a high-functioning alcoholic is you skip meals so that you can feel more of the effects of alcohol. How about that? You skip meals or skip eating, whatever, so that you can feel more of the effects of alcohol, because you don't want food messing up your buzz. Anybody get that one? I got that one. That was 23, so I have 20 out of 23. All right, here comes number 24. Signs of a high-functioning alcoholic. Making comparisons to people who have experienced worse problems with drinking or severe consequences to show that your drinking isn't that bad. You that person? Have you ever been that person? Be like, well, yeah, but at least I don't. But he lives in jail. I just sometimes visit it. You're that person? Well, he's got more. I only have one DUI, and everybody knows that was bullshit because it was a checkpoint, and Steve had off that night. I don't know why everybody has a country accent. It's funny. Sorry to everybody in the country. Don't cancel me. All right, so that was number 24. Was comparing your drinking experiences to somebody who has worse drinking experiences to show that your drinking isn't that bad. So that was 24. I got that one. All right, number 25. Not seeing excessive drinking, which may cause psychological distress, as a significant problem in performing tasks of daily life. So you're not seeing excessive drinking as a significant problem in performing your daily tasks. Gabe's here. How's it going, Gabe? Ooh, Gabe is 9 months sober. You are just a couple of days behind me. My sober date was on the 30th. And here you are, Gabe C. Congratulations, Gabe C. And thank you for your donation, too. That's awesome of you. I really appreciate you. And all your comments. Except for that one. No, I'm just joking. You know what I'm talking about, though. Okay, number... What was it? Where were we at? Number 25. Okay. Number 25 on the list of 40 signs of a high-functioning alcoholic is not seeing excessive drinking. Oh, I just read that one. Number 26. Sorry, we just did number 25. Are we on the same page, Sam? That was 25. Not seeing excessive drinking as a significant problem in performing tasks of daily life. Are we on the same page? Question mark, Sam.
Yes, I was just making
26. We're moving on to 26. Number 26 is obsessing over when you can have your next drink. Guilty. I couldn't wait to get home, except for I'd stop at the bar first, and I'd only go home just to go to sleep, drunkenly go to sleep. So number 26 was obsessing over when you can have your next drink. You're just really just looking forward to it. Couldn't wait. Hopefully that's none of you right now. Love y'all. All right. Look at so many comments. I love it. So many people here today. In and out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, Gabe C, and whoever else that's just joined our live stream. Let's see, where are we at now? 50 likes already. That's crazy. 51. I wonder if we'll break our we'll break our likes. What do we remember? What was it? Did you say 63?
I think so.
So we had 63 likes in our last on the Friday crowd. Is the Friday crowd going to beat the Sunday crowd? We had 63 on, but we still have time. We're not going to be ending for a little while. I'm a little bit behind on time. And our chat revenue, what was our chat revenue? $121 on Friday? I'm not going to keep asking from. I'm just happy. Do you guys keep making donations? That's awesome. You guys keep supporting our mission. Just from the last 2 days, from our Sunday live stream today and on Friday, the amount of money that we raised paid for all of our web hosting for a year. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, moving on. Where are we at? Good night. Who's going to bed? I missed something? Oh well. Somebody's going to bed. Good night. Good night to the sleepy angel that's going to bed. So that was 26. Who got 26? That was obsessing over when you can have your next drink. Here comes number 27. Trying to control how much you drink. So you're basically knowing that alcohol is going to cause a problem or cause problems, but you don't want to quit drinking. So you keep trying to make room for alcohol in your life. And that one relates to episode number 109. That's the one where I have the little devil horns. I'm like this. That's what my face looks like. I look like Kabuki Theater. I can say I look like Kabuki Theater. You can't say I look. So here's that. But here's that episode. That episode is, are you taking sobriety seriously? And that's happening at 8:29. Don't click on that link though if you're in the live chat. If you're in the live chat and you click on that link, you're gonna go out of the live chat. So I'm gonna wait for a few seconds because I know somebody clicked on it and they're like, "Oh no, how do I get back?" So I'm just gonna talk really slowly. Marta D, what's going on, Marta D? You just gave another donation. I'm happy. Thank you. I really appreciate you. There's so many comments. I can't even possibly keep up with the comments. I love it. I never thought that this was gonna be so successful. This is wildly successful in my opinion. Oh, that's different. That Marta D gave me a donation earlier. I forgot my phone is different than what I'm seeing on the screen. Okay, silly me. But Marta D is giving a lot of donations. So I won't be surprised because sometimes Marta D donates like 15 times in an episode. I'm like, what's going on? All right, number 27. Okay, random person who left on accident. Are you back? We're on number 27 now. Here we go. 27. The 27th sign of a high-functioning alcoholic is... Oh, we just said that one. Sorry. You're still making room for alcohol in your life. That was 27. Number 28. Hank Kimball just coming through with a donation. Thank you, Hank Kimball. Love you, Hank Kimball. All right, number 28. Sorry, not sorry. Is remaining well known for doing an exceptional job at work or in school despite having excessive alcohol use. That one's kind of related to some of the other ones. But being a top scholar or being a model employee, but then, having a drinking problem nobody knows about. I've known some people that just, one of my friends, he had like a home office and he would drink he would stay up and he would code all night. And then, but I would see how much he was drinking. He would keep like a bottle of whiskey right next to his desk and he would drink like a half a bottle of whiskey. His wife would go to bed real early. She'd go to bed at like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something like that. And he would stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning and still handled his business. He still was, you'd never know anything was wrong. Even still to this day, I've never seen the guy upset. I've never seen him. He was just that guy. He was just always a happy, super goofy dude and would drink like a half a bottle of whiskey every night. Some people are different. I get it. So that was number 28. I think I got that one. Yeah, I got 27 too. All right. So my official tally is I have 24 out of 27. Ruh-roh. In the words of Scooby-Doo. Okay, here comes number 29. 29. The 29th sign of a high-functioning alcoholic is you say you have a problem or joke about alcoholism. So you've alluded to it. You've actually said something. You actually kind of admitted to having a drinking problem. You kind of glorify it. You kind of joke around about it, or you joke around about alcoholism. That's a sign of it. That's a sign of, and it's not set in stone. It's not in the Bible. It's not in the Quran. You know, it's, again, those are all man-made lists. It's open for interpretation. Don't give me a thumbs down. And if you do, I'm going to number 30 anyway. All right, let's see. Number 30. Oh, hold on. Who got 29? I got 29. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I had 25 out of 29. Oh, I missed one. Oh, well. Okay, number 30 is not keeping up with major responsibilities at home, work, or school. So that's kind of the opposite of the the well-to-do, the go-getters, right? The gold star getters and the employee of the month parking spot achievers. Maybe you're on the opposite end of that spectrum. You are not keeping up with major responsibilities at home, work, or escuela. That's school in Spanish. All right. So I went through my periods. I definitely used alcohol to not GAFOS about, the real ones know what that means, to not care about my responsibilities. So that was number 30. Okay, here comes number 31 on the list of signs of a high-functioning alcoholic. You lose friends, you lose friendships, or have relationship problems due to drinking, but you don't quit alcohol. Bum, bum, bum. That was 31. You lose friendships or have relationship problems due to drinking, but you don't quit alcohol. That probably relates to me. Most people don't talk to me anymore. Moving on to number 32, but because most of my friends drink. And they're like, I don't want to hang out with that guy. And he's going to be like, oh, my channel's doing so well, and it's going to make me feel bad. And see, that's like people like that. That's like they can't just be like happy for my success because it makes them feel bad. And so then they don't want to hang out with me. One of the reasons. Okay, here comes number 32. Number 32 on the list of signs of a high-functioning alcoholic is you have legal problems related to drinking, such as DUI or arrest. Has that ever happened to you? I ended up filing for bankruptcy. We talked about that in one of the previous episodes. So it wasn't because of alcoholism, but alcoholism didn't help at all. So what happened was, like, I was in college. So see what had happened, Your Honor. Why I'm here today because of alcohol or because of bankruptcy was, I was in college back then, and I was reckless with my credit cards. I had a lot. They were just giving. You're like, you get some credit. You get some credit. Here you go. Here's a $10,000 limit. Here you go. 8,000. Sure. 7,500. And I was like, woo, free money. And yeah, I knew I had to pay it back, but I was like, I was lying to myself, and I was like, but we're going to get a good paying job, and then we'll have a good paying job, and then we'll be able to pay off our credit cards, and when we pay off our credit cards, then we won't have any credit card debt, so there's no reason to worry about it now, so just bartender, drinks for everyone. So that was, that was me. So then that ended up being, it wasn't necessarily a legal problem, but it was a problem, because then that affected my life for like almost a decade. So my bankruptcy just fell off my record in April of this year when we finally hit 1,000 subscribers. So April was a heck of a month for me personally. So that was number 32. I think I got that one. I wish I had stuck to my other system. Hold on. 32. Hold on. Where am I at? So I'm missing some. Well, maybe I won't have an accurate list. I thought I didn't get 3 of them. How about I'm gonna keep track of ones I don't agree with. I think I only didn't agree with 3 of them. Does anybody remember? I think it was just 3. Maybe 4. So I didn't look like an alcoholic. I wasn't hoity-toity about my top shelf drinks. And something else, but oh well, we'll figure it out. Okay, moving on to number 33 is you need alcohol to relax or feel confident. Busted. Who just said busted in their head? Sam did. Probably not. I don't know. Do you even relate to that one, Sam?
Yes.
Okay. Really? I thought you were the most confident person I've ever met.
Really?
No. All right, number 34. But I definitely used alcohol to relax because, some of you know I got a fast brain. Fast brain, I think fast, talk fast. And sometimes I don't want to think fast and talk fast. Sometimes I just want to relax. Sometimes I don't want to have to remember, like, set up all my tablets and stuff and my computer and my computer and my monitor over there and then this stuff and then this. I got to write the things and I got to check on my message. And then sometimes I just want to chill. Sometimes I just want to be normal civilian Jay. And, but, now that I have seemingly more time in the day, I could be normal civilian Jay if I was capable of being normal civilian Jay, and I can relax. Sometimes, am I high strung? Sometimes, yeah, but I don't have as much anxiety now that I don't drink, and I don't have as much depression. I still have some of both. Life is life, right? But it's all good. So that was number 33. Okay, we're almost done with the list. Almost in time for dinner. Number 34 is. Number 34, the 34th sign of a high-functioning alcoholic is you drink in the morning. How many of you are drinking in the morning? Maybe you don't want to comment below. Lucy Lou said, I'm almost out of crayons. It's all you can use blood. You got like 8 pints of blood, don't you? Just kidding, don't do that. So, all right, so if you're drinking in the morning, which I never did, but if I was at Lollapalooza this weekend and I was still drinking, I would have been drinking in the morning. And I would have been doing some other stuff also, too. I would have been doing I would have had like half of what was still in my system from last night in my body. And I would have been sipping a couple things and popping a couple other things and lighting a couple other things on fire. I would have been a walking laboratory. All right, so that was number 34, drinking in the morning. I don't agree with that one, so I'm gonna put that on my list. That was for like a weird, reckless, an agreed to reckless situation. Number 35, day drinking. Were you a day drinker? I think that one means more so like not just like occasionally. I think it means like you just you're just doing a lot of day drinking. And I didn't necessarily agree with the day drinking. I think in my head, I could be wrong. Anything after happy hour starts is not considered day drinking, even though it's still light outside. So that's my loose interpretation of day drinking. I think day drinking just kind of means like you start at like whatever, noon or whatever, you're going bar hopping. The sun is it's high noon. The sun is right above your skull. So that's day drinking. I don't have day drinking. 36. You drink more alcohol than you do water. Signs of a high-functioning alcoholic. Were you drinking more alcohol than you do water? Comment below. Or just keep track. Whatever. That was also not me. I was very big on hydration. I was in the hydration nation. It's as far as I know, it's not a real thing. But you get what I mean. Okay. Number 37. Again, number 36 was you drink more alcohol than you do water. Number 37 is you have safe routes memorized so that you could drive home drunk without fear of getting pulled over. And I'm going to say it one more time. 37 is you have safe routes memorized so that you can drive home drunk without fear of getting pulled over. I got that one. For sure. Okay, number 38. We're almost done. Is you drink when you're alone. Anybody here drinking when they're alone? I know I did. I got that one. I drank when I was alone, and then I would text people when I was all alone. I'd be like, WID. And then I'd see the response bubbles, and then the response bubbles would go away. And then they wouldn't respond. All right. Moving on to number 39. Of the signs of a high-functioning alcoholic, you forget what you did while drinking. Kind of goes with the blackout. But I'm sure a lot of you forgot what you did while you were drinking. And some of you also do. A lot of you are drinking because you didn't want to, you don't want to have to be so present. You were going to put yourself in high anxiety situations. You were going to go to bars and nightclubs that you have no real interest in going to. Or your friends were going there, your coworkers were going there, and of course it made you nervous because it was D-bag city and everything was expensive, and some guy was spitting alcohol out of a bottle, and the DJ was just loud music, and people are touching each other and grabbing each other. People are grabbing each other's butts, and you're just like, I gotta be drunk to be here, right? And so like that's also that's a commentary on, part of like why we drink, and it's like our environments and the environments that we live in. And the environments that we put ourselves in, the situations that we get ourselves put into. And a lot of times we were just coping, we were just drinking to cope with being where we were. How many people relate to that? That's not on the official list, but the whole point is, did you forget what you did while you were drinking? Right? So that was number 39. I got that one. Okay. And number 40, on the last one, the last sign of high functioning alcoholics is, you caused loved ones to worry about or make excuses for your drinking. Did anybody have to worry about you? Did anybody have to defend you and your alcoholic decisions? Hopefully, nobody had to do that for me, but, I don't know. Maybe people... But probably, people, somebody probably had to vouch for you and say like, he or she's tired, right? And justify why you're using the bathroom so much, or justify why you're always late, right? People are worrying about you. So that was number 40, and I don't know if anybody was really worried about me or making excuses for me about my drinking, but that's that. So I don't know. I'm just going to assume that nobody was worried about me or making excuses for my drinking. But maybe, probably. Maybe one of my exes. Who knows? I can't know because I didn't interview them before this podcast. So let's see. My total score is I didn't get 7 of them. So my total score... All right, time to put your total score on the live chat. My total score was 33 out of 40 signs of being a high functioning alcoholic. Ooh. There it is. There it is. By the way, we're at 57 likes Sunday crowd. If anybody hasn't yet, Friday crowd had you beat. 63 likes. 63 likes from the Friday crowd. Are they going to beat the Sunday crowd? Can anybody else squeeze out a like? We're $9 away from exceeding our Friday. Friday also set a goal. They shattered the donation record at 121. We're at 112. If we don't beat it, we don't beat it. I'm super glad and grateful for all of you here. And while I'm here, while we're all putting in our totals, I'm going to pray for everybody and say, Dear Lord, thank you for all of us being here today and having an awesome time, whether or not some of them believe in God. You can believe whatever you want. But I pray for everybody's strength and everybody's courage and everybody's success to be able to resist the temptations of alcohol and deal with their cravings as they come, Lord Father. And I thank you for continuing to help us to make better decisions instead of worse decisions, and to find healthier and happier substitutions for alcohol as we continue to practice our journey into sobriety. And I pray that as everybody in this community, everybody that's listening, continues to find their strength and their courage with alcohol and addiction, that they will find their strength to branch out of their household and in their community and in the world and be able to be of service to other people once they are feeling good about being of service to themselves. Amen. All right. That was good. That was a good prayer. All right, let's see. Now it's time for now time for me to put you all on blast. All right. Well, as you all put in, I'm going to go back and look at some of the older comments. And so KT Sky D said, I watched on my Fire Sticks, but I can only comment on my phone. So I'm the one that made it look like someone left. when they exited the video on my phone. Oh, it's all good. I wasn't really keeping track all like that. But yeah, I know some of you are watching your Fire Sticks. I think maybe my mom also watches. I don't know. Mom, do you watch on your Fire Stick or on your phone? Or on your Roku or whatever? Some of you are watching from your phone, from your tablets. But yeah, I know that some people watch from your TVs, and it makes it really hard to like the video. And I think it's probably impossible then for you to leave a donation. And then so for those of you that also, if you want to support our mission, okay, it's not about supporting our channel, about like our YouTube channel or whatever. That's all one and the same. But if you want to support our mission is to help 10,000 people be sober, stay sober, and get sober, and to quit alcohol, to give up alcohol and addiction. So that is our mission. And if you want to support that mission, that's what your donations go to. And if you want to support, the most official way that you could support is by supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/getting sober again. And that is in the chat right now at 8:49 p.m. And that is the only way to get your official Getting Sober Again mug. So that'll be your call to action for those of you that have your Getting Sober Again mug. We're going to cheers in 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Cheers to you all that are supporting our mission of getting sober again and helping people be free of alcohol and addictions. I thank you very much for all of your support there. And guess what just happened? It happened. We just broke another record thanks to Dre. Dre said today was my first day to my journey. This is what I needed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for your massive donation. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. We just broke the Sunday crowd, just beat the pesky Friday crowd, which was most of you. Most of you were here on Friday, and I appreciate you all being here also on Friday. And what else was I gonna say? But so we're at 61 likes. Oh, we only need 2 more likes. We'll get there. All right, let me get caught up to everybody else's comments. And again, thank you to Dre for being here and making that massive donation and getting us over the hump. I bet next Friday crowd, I'm gonna tell next Friday crowd, they're like, what? What happened on Sunday? What kind of snake charmer are you? K-Dot said, hey, almost blew it yesterday, but hung in there. Anxiety and stress, but it passed. I'm glad to hear that. Remember, you can, I'm not super fast to email back, but if anybody needs to email me, if you're having a crisis, first and foremost, if you're in crisis mode, almost all of my videos, if you go to the show more button, if you go to the video description, so like if you exit out of the chat and you click show more, where is it? Where is it? I can't see. It's backwards. Oh, it's a little down arrow. Hold on. Boop. The little down arrow. Show it. There. You see all the stuff in there? Look at that. It has the Patreons in there. If you want to donate to our Venmo, or so my email address is right there. See it? If you want to do a Venmo, if you want to send money to Venmo, you can send it that way to our mission. And then the soundtrack is there. And then the current timestamps, which Sam, the moderator, is going to update that as soon as we're done. There's also book suggestions to help you with your journey. Some great suggestions. And that's another way to support our channel. If you click on those links, we get a couple of cents. We get a couple of teeny tiny cents from every one of everything that you buy. We get a teeny tiny cut. And then also too, so check it out here. Alcoholics Anonymous is in there. If you need to call somebody, if you're having a crisis, you need to call right there. You can call Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. That's a government system, I think, maybe. And there's all kinds of stuff on there. So there's also Quitzilla. If you're not hip to Quitzilla yet, I have the links for Quitzilla for Android and for Mac, for Apple. But so my phone is officially gonna die. Here, are you charging? Can you charge this? I may need to show somebody something here in a minute. But if you're not hip to Quitzilla, Quitzilla is an awesome app. I've talked about it a million times before. Quitzilla will track your sobriety, the days, the minutes, the hours, all that stuff. And you can even go back and you can say like, oh, that's cool. Well, I quit on June 12th or whatever. I quit on Juneteenth. And if you quit on Juneteenth, you can go back to June 19th and you say, this is my quit date. And then also too, it's awesome about Quitzilla, which some of you, I know, some of you know, you can say how much money you were spending or wasting on your habits per day, right? So in my case, I just estimated that I was wasting about $20 a day on alcohol and alcohol related expenses. Sometimes it was more, sometimes it was less, but it keeps track of all that. So that's another motivator. You can go back and you can look at it and you can see, like in my case, on this current streak of sobriety for me, I've saved, I think something like $5,600 or something like that. So it's an awesome tool, and it's not just for alcohol, but it's any vice, any addiction. You can put it, even if it's just time wasted. If you want to give up video games, you're like, I was wasting 10 hours a day on video games. You can put that in there. You know, it's pretty awesome. So check it out. And they're not a sponsor. I would love for them to be a sponsor someday. I would love sponsors. So if any of you have any sponsor ideas, or if you have any companies that you're tied to that you think may also be willing to hop on board with supporting our mission, that'd be great. I also in the future too need, like, I'm gonna need a lawyer. So if anyone wants to do some pro bono work, that'd be awesome. I will need managers of different assortments. I will need that. I would love to have a website designer, because I can't do everything, right? It's too hard. I can't do everything. I just can't. I can, and it just takes time, but I already have to do a lot. So eventually in the future, hopefully somebody will be producing this for me in the future. So if there's any producers out there that want to help, that'd be great. If anybody wants to help timestamp any old episodes, that'd be helpful. Just email me. Anybody that's interested in being of service to this community and to this channel and to our mission, please feel free to reach out to me. Any service that you're willing to provide, especially if it's a beach house in Hawaii, we definitely need one of those. It could be Florida. I know Hawaii is really expensive. All right, let me get back to, okay. So I didn't get to where everybody is. So my score, let me go back to where was my score? Okay, so my total score was 33 out of 40. I'm going to read everybody's scores. The first one to respond was Oliver Lathe. Oliver Lathe comes in at 30 out of 40. So that's a C. You got a C. That's 75%. Sam got 31 out of 40. Sam the moderator. That's right, everybody. Craig the Hammer, your new nickname. Craig the Hammer got 38 out of 40. Woo. Lisa Dempsey said, my song, I Drink Alone. Chuck said Chuck got a 35 out of 40. Holler back. Cat Mom got the lowest score so far. Was that really your score? 17 out of 40. All right. So maybe you're not a high functioning alcoholic. Good. Because it's not something that we want to be, right? And we're not now because we're not drinking, right? King Shano got 29 out of 40 and said, that surprised me. That surprised me too. Dre got 28 out of 40. All right. Sadie J said, my score is 34 out of 40. And sent some cute little emojis with it. That's okay. It's all good. Lucy Luce tied with Craig the Hammer Valentine. 38. That's a wrestling reference. Was Greg the Hammer Valentine. I renamed Craig to Craig the Hammer because Craig got 38, along with Lucy Luce, which is I was like, now I can see why your name's Lucy Luce now. Not judging, we're having fun. We're having fun. That's the fourth rule of the live streams and chats. Damn, I have a little tiny cat hair. This is bugging me. In my nose. That happened to me like during the early live streams. I just keep like rubbing, or like during the numbered episodes. All right, let's see. Who else got what else? Lee Hale said, thank you for that prayer. I feel I needed it. I'm glad that you benefited from that. Cat Mom said, amen. Brandon said, amen. Aw. Lisa Dempsey said my favorite drink was the one I woke up to on my nightstand that I didn't finish. Drinking in the morning, I did. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think it was if it was like yeah. I guess if it was regular, if it was a regular occurrence. I mean, I definitely drank in the morning, especially if it was like a hair of the dog situation, and I had to drink. I had to drink to avoid having a massive hangover. To just kind of stay drunk until you eventually pass out in the middle of the afternoon. Take that long nap. Cat Mom said both. You both watch on the TV and on your phone. Woo! Oh, look what happened. We got 63 likes. We're just one more like away from not shattering, but beating that pesky Friday crowd that I very much love and appreciate and support. Because it was most of you. I know there must be one more person out there that can give this video a thumbs up. And they'll come. They're out there. Maybe they're not even born yet. What happened? Hold on. We didn't get any more answers? That was it? Where are the numbers, people? I know some of you probably weren't participating. And that makes me a little sad. Where are the numbers? Oh, here you go. Low Rung Maslow. What is your name about? Low Rung Maslow. What is it in reference to? Oh, we got 64. Who is number 64? Who just gave that last like? Appreciate you. Low Rung Maslow, tongue twister, said 23, which is bad. Tells me I'm clever. I'm able to fool myself. Uh-oh. That's when the slide whistle would hop in. Lucy Lou said, I would rather have a frontal lobotomy than have a bottle in front of me. Oh, that's catchy. Where'd that come from? I like that. I feel like I've heard that one before. Land of the Free, Home of the Brave said, Jay, thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you for being here and for all your support, for all the comments. I love it. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. We got to wrap up pretty soon. CD's here finally. CD said, hi, everyone. Glad I got here before you were done. I'll have to listen to the beginning later. Yeah, so CD, what we did, we did the signs, 40 signs of being a high-functioning alcoholic, and I had everybody count their tally, and that's what we're going over right now. How many out of the 40 did you get? Craig and Lucy Luce both got 38. Can you believe it? I hope you don't think that I'm picking on you. I'm not. I love you. All right, let's see. King Shano said, I put the latest song I wrote on King Shano. If you get time, can you check it out and let me know what you think? Sure will. Thanks for letting me know. All right. It was a good podcast, a good stream tonight. I had fun. Who had fun tonight? Do you guys have fun? Did we learn something? I think this was our most fun. I was telling Sam, the moderator, earlier, what I say about the live stream tonight, Sam.
That you're excited that it's going to be interactive.
Yeah, I said I'm excited. I'm really excited for tonight's live stream because also it's interactive and we got to have fun. We got to learn some stuff about each other. We got to rename Craig the Hammer. That was fun. All right. Marta D got 38. All right. Oh, what do I see? I'm guilty of all the numbers. I finally passed a test. Hold on. King Shano said, maybe I didn't have my listening ears on. I missed a few. I will probably listen back and score 38. It's okay. You don't have to be proud. It's not something to be proud of to get more. Good. All right, everybody. So I think we had a good time. I had a good time. I know you had a good time. At least some of you did. And we're going to end our most successful. I'm seeing we got the most amount of playbacks. I can see in my analytics. We had the most amount of watches and playbacks of any live stream in history. We got the most amount of donations to our chat revenue ever. We got the most amount of likes. And we get the most amount of participation. I bet we got the most comments ever of all time. And that's all because of you. I am nothing without you. And we're all here together doing all this. So I greatly appreciate you all being here. Again, remember to subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed yet. Make sure that your notification bells turned on to all, okay? So you know when we're doing these live streams. But so for future, we are going to start sticking to our schedule. New schedule is new episodes come out on Wednesday. I'm going to try to have those out by noon on Wednesday, okay? Those will have the number, and the numbers will be in the top corner. So we're on episode 117 currently. So episode 118 will come out on Wednesday. And our live streams will be on Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and Sunday night, 7 p.m. So Friday night and Sunday night, 7 p.m. So make sure that you're here. And you can always watch afterwards, okay? And then the whole chat transcript will be there. So if you missed the live stream, it's all good. We record the live streams. They will be made available for you to watch or to listen. You know, if you like to passively just listen, and for whatever reason you don't like looking at me, but you could do that too. So it's all made available to you. You can consume this product however you like. So with that, I am going to wish you all good night. I'm going to put the little splash screen up here. So I'm going to go away in 3, 2, 1. But I'm still here. I'm just saying goodbye. And I'm going to read any of the last of your comments. So feel free to go about the rest of your evening. You are free to go as I read off the last of the comments and I say goodbye in backwards order. To land of the free, home of the brave. Good night. Good night to Marta D. Good night to Chuck. Good night to King Shano. Good night to Kyle H. Good night to Gabe C. Good night to Sadie J. Good night to Dre. Good night to Lee. Good night to Low Wrong Maslow. Do we ever get an explanation of that name? Good night to Lucy Luce. Good night to K. Dot. Good night to Marta D. I don't know if I said that twice already. Good night to CD. Hello and good night to CD. Good night to, who else am I missing recently? Oliver. Good night to Cat Mom, aka my mom. Good night to Craig the Hammer. Good night to I'm looking for a new name here. Sorry. Lisa Dempsey, good night. Good night to Brandon, aka Outlaw. Good night to I'm only going to do a few more of these. Did I already say Gabe C? I did say Gabe C. Oh, good night to one of my favorite new names, Mick Life Crisis. Mick Life Crisis said, I never understood why drinking alone was such a problem. People take anti-anxiety meds when they're alone. Ooh, good point. Well, good night to you. Good night to whoever else that I missed. Let me just go way back in the chat. Same people. Oh, E-Rock. E-Rock Brewmeister. Good night to you, wherever you are in the world. Maybe you're still here listening passively. Probably not. Just guessing. Good night to the McChugger Sobriety Group on Facebook. For those folks that probably aren't here, but that completed the 30-day sober challenge. Good night to John Taylor. Oh, I'm sorry, John Trailer. I keep reading that wrong. And Kyle H. I think I may have said that one twice also, but you get two if you didn't get one. Good night to Sean James. And whoever else. And thank you to everybody that donated. Thank you to everybody that left a thumbs up. Thank you to everybody that subscribed. Thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers. I love you all. I wish you good luck on your journeys into sobriety. And I will see you on Wednesday. Good night.